All right, on the bench, we have a Cobra 29 Plus. These kind of get a bad rap. I'm not sure why, really. You either love them or you hate them, I guess. I love them. I like the look of them. Kind of like that, almost like that mid 80s, right when the computer age was, coming to, the regular person, mid 80s. And you had this kind of like futuristic, computerized look to it. So this one's from April of 1987. That's what the build stamp on the back says. So yeah, you kind of get like this, almost like a DeLorean feel, when you look at this thing. But this one works pretty good. Nothing wrong with the transmit or the receive. The only issue with this one is the segment that's out here. This is supposed to be a 38. Um, but yeah, it's the only issue with it. And so we're gonna go ahead and fix that. I have a bunch of channel displays, and we're gonna swap that in. So yeah, let me maybe we'll do like a step by step, kind of show you exactly how to replace these on these 29 pluses. All right, let me get this radio open and see what else we have to do to get this channel display fixed. Stand by. Okay, so I've gotten this far, and it's kind of a pain in the butt to do, but so around um, the mic jack here, you have this. So you want to remove that. You have all these little nuts here that go inside the knobs. You have to pull those out with a ratchet of some sort or a nut driver, as long as it fits inside of there. And then on the back side of this, you're going to have two screws holding a bracket. You have to remove those two screws. So you're basically going to go in through this side here. There's two screws that go in there. Pull those out. And then you're going to have to pop off all the switch covers. So that's easy. All you do is you just reach in there with a screwdriver and you just kind of pop them off. Wedge up in there and pop them off. Same with these. Get up on the top and pop them off. And then you're going to notice, and then you got the two screws there, two screws on the other side. And you're going to notice, though, that it's kind of still stuck in there. That's because these terminals, all these terminals here, plug into, let me flip this over so you guys can see it better, plug into these right here. So you're gonna have to kind of wiggle it back and forth, kind of wiggle it so that way you can release it from the connector. So now it's going to be super important when we put this back together that we line up these pins properly so they all line up and connect back into its original spot. So now once you get that far, you're going to take out these three screws that are here. There's 1, 2, 3, and then this whole thing should just pop right out. So let me get that done, and then we should be able to get at that display. All right, stand by. All right, so now we almost have access to the channel display. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take a razor knife or a razor blade, and we're going to cut this film off of the channel display. And then you want to desolder the back of the channel display. So these pins here, these 9, and then the 9 there. And then we're going to pop that display out and resolder in a new one. All right, let me get that done. Let me get this desoldered, and this film here, the display actually. Let me get that separated from the actual channel display, and then we'll get the new one installed in. Stand by. All right, so I got the new display soldered in. Just got to be really careful peeling off that film off the top of the display. But anyway, here's the old one. And for anybody who's interested, that's the part number for the display. So you can get something that's equivalent, to that part number. So now what I'm going to do is, instead of putting this all back together and then finding out that something is wrong, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to plug this module back into there, turn the unit on, and make sure that the display is correct. So let me go ahead and do that, and then we'll proceed putting this back together. Stand by. Well, guys, I got bamboozled here. So these, when I ordered them, I ordered green, obviously, but I got sent yellow. So, but I actually like it, so I think I'm going to leave it as is. Still, though, I mean, when you order something, you want to get, the thing you ordered. And there's obviously no way to tell until you light it up, and then you realize, it's the wrong color. But actually, I like the yellow, so it's going to stay as that yellow. And so now we can go ahead and go through, and we can actually see that the segment is fixed. So it's showing the full digit. So that's good. So now we can go ahead and put this back together. Yeah, so when I ran this part number, I forget, because it was a while ago that I ordered these. But when I had ordered them, I wanted the green. This one here, you can kind of see a green tinge to it. But on these other ones here, it's more like a clear. So I didn't really notice. But anyway, it was kind of like a good mistake. I actually like that. So on the screen, it looks like it's flickering. That's only because of the refresh rate, of the camera. So that's what I'm told. But, in person, it's not flickering like that. It's steady. But that's just how it is. But anyway, I like that amber color. It actually looks pretty cool, I think. So it's going to stay that way. All right, so now let me get this all back together, and we'll do like an on-air test. Yeah, so that's about it. Let me get this all back together. So basically, it's just the reverse order of removal. What I'll do too is, because now it's easier, what I'll do is I'll get all these pots cleaned, because now you have access to all the holes here. These are on the other side, but anyway, yeah, so now you have access to clean all these up. So if you have any scratchy controls here, now's the time to spray some deoxit on it, and just get all that stuff working properly. So I'm going to go ahead and do that as well. All right, let me get this back together. So I just wanted to go quickly over where to spray the deoxit. So sometimes what I like to do is, so I have the deoxit D5, which works great, but then I also have the fader. So these are usually used for this F5, deoxit F5 is, exactly for what it is, what it says here. It's for faders, basically like slide, like on like an equalizer or something. But this one here cleans, lubricates, improves, and protects connections. So sometimes what I like to do is after spraying the deoxit, I like to actually go back and then spray some of this F5 back into the switches. Kind of helps lubricate, the switches. So yeah, that's what I'm going to go do. But I wanted to show you exactly where to spray. So let me switch hands here. So in these actual slots here, you can see that there's a hole there. There's a slot there, a slot in there. And that's where you want to spray. That's where the contacts are at. Unfortunately, this blue one here, this potentiometer here for the mode, it's completely sealed. So, there's just no way of getting into that one. So we're going to have to skip that one. But this far end one here, you can actually get right in there with the deoxit and spray right in there. And then what you want to do is just move these back and forth. Make sure that, go from complete stop to complete stop. And make sure that those contacts are nice and clean. And that should eliminate the scratchiness, that you hear when you're, turning some of these knobs. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then put this back together. But I just wanted to show you guys exactly, if you don't know, exactly where to spray to clean these out. Because if you can't get the spray in there, like you just can't shoot the spray from the actual knob side itself. Nothing's going to get inside. And, you're just wasting this because this stuff is super expensive, this deoxit. These little cans, super expensive, but they work. It's the best working cleaner I've ever used. There's some, I think CRC makes like a contact cleaner, but it doesn't even come close to this Deoxit 5 or any of the Deoxit, products. So use it sparingly. You don't need much, just a little touch on the nozzle is enough to clean out, a potentiometer. So let me go ahead and do that. I'll get this back, all these parts back together. Another thing I had failed to mention was take a picture so that way you know exactly where all these switch covers go back, because if not, you'd have to go on the internet, try to find a picture of it, these don't go here. I'm just showing you, and then you'd have to figure out where these things go. Not a big deal, but just take a picture, and that way you know exactly where these switch covers go back. All right, that's about it. I don't want to make this video any longer than it needs to be, so let me get this all back together, and we'll do an on-air test. And yeah, that's about it. Stand by. Alright guys, so I decided to go a little bit above and beyond and recap the radio. Here's all the old caps. New caps, some of the values have been increased in some of the circuits. Again, I keep saying this in all my other videos. Make sure that, if you can increase capacitance on some circuits, fine. But if you're I guess if you don't know what circuits you can actually, make the radio basically a brick. You're not going to get any receive or transmit if you put a too high capacitance in a circuit that requires the same capacitance replaced. So that's just something to keep in mind. So if you guys don't know, what circuits you can increase capacitance at, just replace it with the stock value. Now voltage is a different story, so increase the voltage, wherever you can, especially if you have, like these 6.3 caps, definitely upgrade those. The 10 volt caps, upgrade those. Again, keep the capacitance, if you're unaware of what circuits you can upgrade. Again, these the 47 and the 10 volt, you can upgrade those 10s to 16, 25, 35, as long as they fit. That's the main concern, but keep the capacitance the same. So yeah, anyway, And then I went through the alignment process here, thanks to cbtricks.org. cbtricks.com's still down, wondering when that's going to come back. But anyway, yeah, that display is, I don't know, it's looking really good. But yeah, so I got it aligned, and so we'll do a synad test here. Let me excuse the tone. Sorry, I hit the mic. Minus 110. Minus 112. So right around minus 112 dBm. At 12 dB of synad. That's perfect for this radio. I tried looking at the owner's manual, and I couldn't find an actual synad reading of what it should be. But again, I mean, you know, that's a really good synad for this radio. And also did the transmit alignment. So yeah, that's basically about it. So I'm gonna get this, you know, right down a regular 4-watt transmit. Nothing, you know, I didn't go ahead and, you know, make this crazy, you know, swinging radio. There's no reason to. 4 watts is plenty. So yeah, that's what it's set at. But let me get the covers back on, get the radio flipped back up, and we'll do an on-air test. Oh yeah, also I got the S9 signal adjusted, modulations adjusted, so everything is where it should be. Actually, we can see that before I put these covers back on. So let's get a minus 67, 60. That's minus 5, 6, 7. That's a minus 67. And we can see it's upside down, but it is a S9 signal, so this meter is adjusted perfectly. All right, let me get these covers back on and get it plugged into the antenna, and we'll see how she sounds. We'll do a quick little, we'll do some channel surfing here and see what's going on before it gets darker here and we lose Skip. Stand by. Alright guys, it's back together, looking good. This yellow channel display is really growing on me. I really like it. Again, the flickering is, it's non-existent in real life, it's just the frame rate of the camera. So you're going to see a little bit of a flicker, but that display is perfect. So why don't we do a little channel surfing here and see what's going on from 1 to 40, and yeah, let's do that. You know, I'm really liking this signal meter. You know, at nighttime, you know, this makes it so much easier to read. You know, you have this bright LED channel display, and you have these, you know, the RX, TX, you know, and the RF meter. You know, it's just easier to see this at nighttime, and I prefer this, you know, over the little S meter on the 29 Classics, you know, or the LTDs, whatever. I would, you know, prefer this over that any day, especially at nighttime. Let's go through these channels. These parts are nice and quiet too. No scratching, no nothing. But the aux works really well. Damn, that guy's bleeding over into 3 channels. 4 channels. Could be that the adjacent channel rejection on this radio kind of sucks too, but some of these people, they bleed over 2-3 channels. Alright guys, on another note, I just want to thank Mike from Mike's Radio Repair for showing us techs how to do this. Without him, I wouldn't have known, how to change out these channel displays. So yeah, I appreciate Mike. To me, is a legend. He might not know me, but I've watched his videos 2-3 times over. Some of them are going on 7 years, maybe 8 years, but they still pertain to repairs to this day. So I appreciate him, and for me, he's a legend in this field. I wish he was still doing videos, but I can understand why he's not. It can be kind of brutal out here with comments. But anyway, yeah, I just want to thank him for showing me how to do this. But all right, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments if I can improve on some of these videos, what you guys want to see, whatever, let me know. So yeah, like, subscribe. Hopefully you guys are liking the content I'm putting out. I think you are. Every day I'm getting 2, 3, 4 new subscribers. So, hopefully you guys are enjoying these videos. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.
You know what I'm talking about. Come on back, tell me about it. Boy, a real black man. Old man said good evening to you. 27 in Indiana. The Grinch. Fireball with California, Arizona, and Nevada on hold. I'm gone.
Man, that Fireball sure does sound good, huh? And you gotta love those guys coming out of Louisiana, man. Their audio is just incredible.
At least you ought to went to 3 one time.
And you got others that are just, splattering across 3 channels. But, man, that Fireball, he sure does sound good.